racy vacation photos, allegations of racism, and rumors of a secret love child, Prince William and Princess Catherine have dodged plenty of controversies over the years, but these scandals have been harder to escape. Prince William and Princess Catherine's love story almost didn't turn out the way it did. 5 years into their high-profile romance, the couple parted ways in 2007. Their breakup caused a furor in the media and among fans of the young couple, who had been enthusiastic about seeing Catherine as the Queen of England one day. A host of reasons were offered for William and Catherine's split, including the prince's wandering eye. A source told The Observer he broke up with Kate because he's met someone else who's turned his head. Biographer Christopher Anderson further elaborated in William and Kate, A Royal Love Story, that intense media scrutiny cast a shadow over their relationship, leaving Catherine feeling anxious and overwhelmed. However, the split didn't last long. Only a few weeks later, the beloved duo reconciled. In an interview for ITV News following their 2010 engagement, the pair reflected on their highly publicized breakup, with Catherine recalling the unhappiness she had felt. She explained,
"I really valued that time for me as well, although I didn't think it at the time."
Prince William and Catherine's wedding in 2011 was a highly anticipated event, with millions of viewers around the globe tuning into the television broadcast. However, it wasn't just their wedding that caught the public's attention. Moments from their honeymoon also made their way into the spotlight. Australian magazine Woman's Day was held responsible for the leak, which included multiple photos of the royal couple on a private vacation in Seychelles. Though many specifics of William and Catherine's 10-day getaway were known to the British press, there was reportedly an agreement within the industry to safeguard the couple's privacy. Nevertheless, a snap of the royal couple in swimwear made it to the front cover of the magazine over a year after they were taken. The photo predictably caused a commotion within the palace halls, with reports indicating the couple's disappointment over the breach of privacy. Royal life comes with constant scrutiny, but in 2012, William and Catherine faced the downside of it when some private moments from their marriage were thrust into the public eye. French magazine Closer published topless photos of the Duchess sunbathing while on vacation in Provence, France. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, an injunction managed to rein in some of the circulation of the photos, but it didn't entirely stop the scandal from reaching the public consciousness. William and Catherine took the magazine to court, suing it for over $2 million. Closer defended its coverage by putting forth that it was in no case degrading, the New York Times reported. The argument didn't seem to hold much water since several of the magazine's staff, including its editor, were fined for privacy invasion. The British royals were ultimately awarded $150,000 in damages in 2017. William and Catherine's trip to India in 2016 had several noteworthy moments, some more significant than others. One of these was the royal couple's visit to the historic Kaziranga National Park. A rich ecological hub, the park is especially prominent for its large rhinoceros population, some of which the royal visitors had the opportunity to meet. Photos of William and Catherine feeding baby rhinos and elephants may have endeared some fans, but plenty of others were upset. Some of the strongest criticism came from journalist Piers Morgan, who tore into the royal couple's photo op in a piece for Daily Mail. Morgan wrote, "The sight of Kate and William feeding a baby rhino may be cute, but when you consider that there are two stuffed ones sitting in Sandringham, the hypocrisy makes my stomach churn." Morgan also delved into the royal family's ties to trophy hunting, adding fuel to his criticism. His denunciation was especially relevant in the context of the park they were visiting, where poaching is not uncommon. In fact, NDTV reported that only a few hours after the royal visit, a rhino was killed in the national park. A key aspect of the narrative surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's history-making exit from the British royal family was the supposed part William and Catherine played in it. The dynamics between the royal Fab Four were complex, and were only getting more difficult in the days leading up to Harry and Meghan's departure to the United States. Royal commentators traced it back to 2018, the year Meghan married into the family. Murmurs of tension building between William and Harry surfaced, with The Sun reporting on Harry's move away from Kensington Palace. A source alleged at the time, "Now Harry and Meghan don't want to live next to William and Kate and want to strike out on their own." That set the stage for a series of stunning public revelations that indicated a growing rift between the couples. From William snubbing Meghan in the palace to Catherine allegedly making her cry, speculation flew around the strained internal politics of the next-gen royals. Harry and Meghan's official step back from royal duties served as a freeway for the rebel couple to validate several rumors about the feuding family. They opened up about their experiences in high-profile interviews and projects, including their 2021 Oprah Winfrey interview, their 2022 Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan, and Harry's 2023 memoir Spare.
I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family unless the truth is out there.
Though the runaway prince has expressed a desire to reconcile with his family, there's no report of any real improvement in their fractured relations. Ever set out to do something good, only for it to backfire and create an utter mess? William and Catherine got a taste of that experience in 2020 when they undertook a train tour across the United Kingdom to express gratitude to COVID-19 frontline workers. The 3-day journey was scheduled to cover England, Scotland, and Wales, and was especially notable as it marked Catherine's first expedition aboard the British Royal train. It didn't take long for the situation to turn controversial, with widespread criticism for William and Catherine breaching pandemic travel restrictions. Reports from The National revealed explosive details, claiming that the Scottish government repeatedly notified Buckingham Palace about COVID-19 restrictions affecting William and Catherine's tour. Politician James Hind even warned Buckingham Palace in advance, saying, "This is obviously likely to have a major impact on the plans you are working on, I am afraid." However, a statement from the royal side maintained that the governments of all 3 countries were looped into the plan and that William and Catherine were traveling for work purposes and following all the rules. In 2022, William and Catherine went on a tour around some Caribbean countries to mark the Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. However, the royal outing was deemed as nothing short of one PR disaster after another, with things going off script right from the get-go. Protests in the village of Indian Creek, where the royal couple was scheduled to visit, affected their first stop in Belize. Next came protests in Jamaica, where demonstrators highlighted the British monarchy's oppressive history, demanding an apology from the crown for its legacy of colonization and slavery. William also did little to curb public anger when he said at an event in Jamaica,
"Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened."
Calls for the British monarch's removal as the head of state overrode the royals' Jamaican tour, which was also interspersed with other problematic elements. These included a military parade and an interaction with children through fences that made for controversial photo ops. A similar state of affairs involving protesters awaited William and Catherine in the Bahamas. To make matters even thornier, the Sovereign Grant annual report showed that William and Catherine's Caribbean tour was incredibly expensive, with $270,000 spent on flights alone. In 2022, William and Catherine embarked on their first visit to the United States in nearly a decade. It did not, however, go as smoothly as they would have hoped for. The ill-fated trip happened to coincide with an incident back in Britain that reinforced allegations around Buckingham Palace's racist tendencies. Lady Susan Hussey, who served as Queen Elizabeth II's lady-in-waiting, was accused of asking Black charity leader Ngozi Fulani about her African heritage and the origins of her people. As Fulani told The Independent, "This woman was relentless and determined I am not British."
So I said, "I'm from here."
After facing allegations of racism the year before due to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah Winfrey, the palace quickly moved to distance itself from the controversial remarks. The royal aide ultimately stepped down from her position following the backlash. A spokesperson for William issued a strong statement against racism, which didn't seem to help his reputation among U.S. audiences. The royal pair was subjected to boos and chants of USA, USA at a basketball game they attended in Boston, a snub that received wide media coverage. Their troubles didn't end there. While William and Catherine attended an event in Somerville, Massachusetts, several protesters also held up signs that were in opposition to the monarchy. For anyone with a social media account, it would have been hard to escape the relentless theorizing that followed Princess Catherine's disappearance from the public eye in 2024. The mass speculation was set off days after Kensington Palace announced in mid-January that the Princess of Wales had undergone planned abdominal surgery and requested privacy. Media reports simultaneously indicated that William was by his wife's side through her health issues. Even as the palace relayed updates about Catherine's health, her lack of public appearances stretched long enough to spawn wild conspiracy theories about what actually happened to her. Social media went ballistic. While some raised the alarm about Catherine's safety, others speculated about a possible cover-up of some kind of royal scandal. A botched Photoshop job and an odd clarification by Catherine did little to tame conspiracy theorists. There was also widespread discussion about William's role in the matter. Catherine appeared on video in March to personally share her cancer diagnosis with the world.
We now need some time, space, and privacy while I complete my treatment.
The message evoked a solemn reaction from viewers, although some were quick to point out William's absence from the video, even as his wife made a major announcement.